Hello again, everyone. Mark Hackle, Macomb County Executive, Deputy John Paul Rea. Just kind of give you an update on COVID, and we know this is that time where holidays are upon us, and one of the more interesting ones, and one that I really enjoy, is Thanksgiving. That's coming up this week, and we know there's been challenges dealing with the uptick in COVID cases, and it's a real issue. Hospitals are really concerned about the volume that they're seeing as far as people coming into facilities. Death tolls have kind of risen. Still fortunate not to the numbers that we'd seen back in April, but it is a concern. We're trying to keep people safe. We know there's a lot of other orders out there, health orders, and a lot of media attention drawn to it, what you do with your family during the Thanksgiving time. Boy, I tell you, it's one of those contentious issues because people want to be around family. They really enjoy the Thanksgiving. I know we do, in our household, but the reality is you still need to be very careful, and more so for the people that I guess are susceptible, that being elderly population and people that have some type of underlying health issues or concerns. So again, still want people to enjoy Thanksgiving and the holidays, but they got to be doing it in a very, safe fashion.
Mark, it's all about adaptation. What are you going to do to put your family in a situation where you can ensure everyone's going to be safe, being mindful of those situations that you engage your friends and loved ones, however you choose to do so, and even most importantly from our operational standpoint too, whether it's increasing the testing, the amount of information we're getting out to the public, getting individuals different avenues where they can engage and maybe modernize the Thanksgiving holiday and everything. But it's going to be a nice period to not only rest, reflect, relax, and also understand how the holiday season is going to look moving forward. And that's where we're going to continue to use this forum to provide individuals with the most appropriate information of how this virus continues to impact our community and how we can mitigate that moving forward.
In our health department, the question is always asked, we know more people are wearing masks than ever before, but yet we're still seeing the uptick as far as the numbers. But with that, there's been an incredible amount of testing that's been going on as well. So there's a lot more testing that's happening. I don't think it's really that it all of a sudden came here again. I think it's always been here. The chance or the opportunity for it to spread. The question becomes, is it more social connectivity? I think that's probably more of the issue, the key concern, because we are, without question, seeing more masks being worn by people, whether they want to or don't want to, not because they're being ordered to, but I think people are a little bit more cautious, in that regard. Our health department has been doing an incredible job as far as the number of testing at the test sites we have, along with other facilities, even some of the private, and the health department picking up, the first, if you will, freezer, pretty much in the state. I think we were the first one to receive it, and for storage of the vaccination when it comes our way. They're anticipating possibly sometime in December that we're going to get kind of the first allotment, and that's going to be an issue. Figuring out how do we make sure people understand who's going to get it and how that's going to be methodically laid out. And we're looking for directions from the CDC as well as the state. There will be a decision made as to who's going to get this first, healthcare workers and beyond. But for the most part, we do have the first freezer. We just got 2 more that just came in. They're going to be dispersed around the county in different areas. For security purposes, we're trying not to get that out. But the reality is the health department has really been on top of this. It's going to be interesting to see when we do get that first allotment of the vaccination, how we get that out there and how people kind of respond to it.
Mark, it's the next step in how our health department has continually raised the challenge to combat the virus. The vaccination is going to be the next opportunity for us to deploy the apparatus that we have in place. We have the plans, we have the skill set, we're bringing in the personnel. We're going to get it out the most effective way to not only ensure those most vulnerable populations are protected, but also ensure those that are on the front lines are protected too. Those strategies are continually being discussed internally, as you said, but I think most importantly, we're also looking at alternative sites to deploy this in a way that can best serve the public too.
And it's a 2-part process.
Correct.
It's not something, the vaccination you're going to get one time, and apparently 21 days later for the one, I understand, is when you have to get it again. Again, our health department's going to be working through that. I think the other one that's being worked on right now, it's a 28-day period from what I hear between shots. It's going to be interesting.
One's 21, one's 28, so it all depends on what gets allotted to what areas and communities.
Right, and so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but there will be a tremendous amount of public information coming your way, whether it's through us directly from our health department, from myself and our team here, or I got to believe in the state and federal government. There's going to be a tremendous amount of attention drawn to that, and let's be real, I think that's probably the only thing that's really going to help really mitigate what's going on with the COVID spread right now with this virus. All the other things, we're going to continue to try to figure out. We wash hands, social distance, wear the masks, but it doesn't seem to be something that's really putting it to rest just yet. And we know the vaccination is one of those things everybody's talking about in the healthcare industry is being, the thing that needs to happen to really slow this thing down or at least get rid of it.
Mark, probably one of the most intriguing figures right now is you brought up testing. In November alone, more than 80,000 tests in Macomb County. that illustrates the capacity that we have, the need from the public to want to understand where they can get tested. All that's available through macombgov.org, and I think we're rising to that challenge and getting people that information. But as you said, ultimately the vaccination is going to be the next step to really dispel a lot of the concerns with regards to the community spread that we're seeing, and also provide individuals with an outlet to make that decision of how they want to engage and ultimately obtain that too.
Yeah, and kind of on a note, talking about Thanksgiving, it's we all have this opportunity, and I don't know if you do it, I often do it when it comes to Thanksgiving, is to remind ourselves what are we thankful for. And right now, obviously family and friends I'm very thankful for, but the fact that they're healthy, I mean, that's the number one thing I'm very thankful for, even myself included. But with that being said, there's a lot of things internally, even within county government, that we're thankful for, the incredible work that our county-wides are doing, our department heads are doing, our health department. There's really been a lot of work in Macomb Community Action, the outreach they've had, our planning department, try to support businesses here. In fact, we have this Shop Local campaign that's going on till December 6th. Go to makeMacombYourHome.com. Even at macombgov.org, you can find that icon about Shop Local. Well, I tell you what, click on that. You have a chance to win $125. 20 people will win $125, and the business that you patronize has a chance of winning $1,000. So 20 businesses will get $1,000. All you need to do is go to macombgov.org, click on the icon. It'll explain to you how to upload your purchase, the smallest of purchases at a particular, I guess, if you will, establishment, independent retail establishment here in Macomb County. And if you click on that, you just kind of upload the information. In other words, the picture of you doing it. You have a chance of winning, and we're going to draw the winners on December 7th. You have a chance of winning $125, and or the business you went to has a chance of winning $1,000. So, but the bigger part of that is we're trying to continue to help our business here, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's someplace that's selling some retail items. I was just over at the Anton Arts Center. They have their retail shop open there too. So things that you can buy that people handmade. So there's plenty of opportunity to find independent retailer here in Macomb County, win $125 and $150 and $1,000 for that particular establishment. So shop local, help these establishments, especially the holidays.
Mark, right now is a pivotal time specifically for small businesses throughout the county. Obviously, with regards to the current pause that we're in through DHHS orders, it's one of those things that we're going to have to understand how it impacts our community. And right now, small businesses need our support. And whether it's going to get takeout, whether it's going to get a knickknack you can put in someone's stocking, whether it's just engaging a small business owner and understanding what really they're looking at doing, or maybe they got a new website out, maybe they're actually working with the local chambers. These are the outlets where we can actually have a little bit of relief and also have the greatest impact in our community. We've been doing the Shop Local Macomb now for a handful of years now, but this year more than any other is absolutely critical that we go up, we show out, and we support those businesses here across Macomb County.
Yeah, so I'm thankful for the work that we've been able to do to try to help out, but again, thankful for those businesses still staying open and trying to do the best they can. Again, $150 you have a chance of winning. Obviously the establishment, $1,000. This is just one of those things that we keep trying to get that word out because they are important to us, and we are a little bit concerned about their future here at Macomb County. But thankfully we've got some great support from our planning department.
And Mark, obviously beyond the business, obviously this time of year we kind of look to those that are in need, whether it's those that have to engage some of the food security programs that we have, those that need to engage Macomb Community Action. All those outlets and programs available through macombgov.org. Ernest, his team over at MCA, Sheila and her team over at Senior Services. If you know of anyone within your community, within your family, within your friends that needs some type of assistance, those programs are there, and as Ernest highlighted this morning, they're impacting our community in ways that we would never have thought.
Yeah, and our health department, we're going to be doing a new test site that's coming up. One that's going to be a little bit more, I guess, if you will, for the climate opportunities to kind of get people out of the cold. We're working on that. We'll get the information out. We're ready to sign some type of contracts. I can't quite put it out yet because it hasn't been finalized, but rest assured we're going to be doing something that's going to have a little bit more indoor kind of opportunity so that you can drive through but yet still stay warm and keep our people warm and safe on an indoor setting. So that's going to be coming out. Our health department's working on it right now. It's going to be local. It's going to be here in Macomb County. And again, credit to our health department, emergency management, for getting that prepared. But that's something, that's not going to go away. The testing, we're still going to have availability of testing for people here in Macomb County.
Coming attractions, right?
That's right. It's coming to you soon. So, and you're part of the Metro Parks, and you're one of the board members on that. I understand the Metro Parks, even for the holiday here, for a couple of days, going to have free access to the Metro Parks.
Absolutely.
Weather's going to be mild. I mean, it's going to be pretty
Actually,
decent.
Thursday and Friday are looking pretty good.
That's what I'm hearing.
Metro Parks is going to have the opportunity for you to take your friends and family out. Free admittance on Thanksgiving Day too, and then also opportunities throughout the week for a number of events that are happening around the parks too. So a great way to get outdoors, get some fresh air, and enjoy. So
Enjoy
very much
yourself.
connect into that.
And shout out to our departments countywide as well as the Board of Commissioners. We just went through a budget process, one that early on we thought was going to be a big challenge for us. Boy, I got to tell you, what a story we have to tell moving forward. We've been able to kind of take care of a budget that actually put money into the surplus here in Macomb County, and as well set money aside for capital projects that we've had some challenges with in the past. But great job on our finance department and the work we've seen here in the county, and the support of the Board of Commissioners without any fanfare just got through adopting and approving the budget we'd set forth. So again, I hate to say it, 10th year in a row, but again, 10 years in a row we've had a balanced budget, structurally balanced budget here in Macomb County, and not having to dip into the reserve. So we're extremely fortunate.
It's an enviable streak, Mark, and a tremendous amount of credit goes to Steve Schmiegel, his entire team over at Finance, obviously the Board of Commissioners with the role that they played, but the department leaders and the countywide elected officials. Team effort on that one, and it's a testament to the structure of government right now.
Yeah, so very much appreciated. So your county government is working there for you, but trying to stay within the confines of the revenues that we do have. So with that being said, we do want to remind everybody once again to really enjoy the holidays, spend time with your family and friends, be mindful of the concern that we're seeing out there in the community right now with the community spread and the uptick that we're seeing. But again, we know people still need to gather and still engage with one another. Just do so in a very safe fashion, if you will. So again, from both of us here in Macomb County and the rest of us in county government, we want to thank you for tuning in and remind you to keep you and your family safe.